What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas and today I have something special for you. And I know a lot of you guys have been following this ETF because of what they are involved in. And a lot of you guys that watch these videos are workhorse investors. And so the ETF I'm going to be talking about is through ARK INVEST, and that is going to be ARKQ. And so if you're interested, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before I autonomously break down into this video and robotically dissect this video, I ask that you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps out tremendously. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content you're being provided that is up to date and current every single day. And if you guys don't mind smashing that like button, it really does. It helps out tremendously. It gets these videos out to the YouTube universe and lets people see who Lucas Murphy really is, and you guys know who he is. He provides you guys content like this every single day. And if you don't mind, leave a comment down below. I enjoy interacting with you guys, whether you're a subscriber or just swinging by to watch a video. Leave a comment down below and I'll definitely interact with you. Now it's time to dive into this video. I wanted to provide you guys this ETF, and I think the reason is just because of how much it's been in the news. I think it's an extremely important ETF, and it really does have a lot of good stocks within itself. And so I just wanted to provide you and break down this ETF and give you the information. I mean, Katherine Wood is an absolute monster. You know, she's constantly been in the headlines, whether she's talking about Tesla's stock price being $4,000 or $7,000. You know, she's just been continuously acquiring and adding shares of Workhorse. She's in Virgin Galactic and so many other, you know, obviously stocks within her ETF. This thing is going to be a complete beast, and I wanted to provide it to you because I think it is a valuable add to your portfolio if you haven't already added it. So we're going to swing over here. I'm going to provide you the information you need on this ETF. So starting out the gate, the ticker symbol is going to be ARKQ. What that stands for is ARK Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF. Now, the big thing is they say, hey, you know, you can invest in many ETFs. Why invest into this one? Well, I'm here to tell you, and so are they. It says, why invest in ARKQ? Exposure to innovation. Aims for thematic multi-cap exposure to innovation elements, including robotics, autonomous vehicles, energy storage, 3D printing, and space exploration. You have me sold right there. But number 2 says growth potential. Aims to capture long-term growth and low correlation of relative returns to traditional growth strategies and negative correlation to value strategies. Number 3 is tools for diversification. They offer you obviously a tool for diversification due to the little overlap, and that's really the big thing, is that they offered such a huge diversification within this ETF. Number 4 is grounded in research. Combines top-down and bottom-up research in its portfolio management to identify innovative companies and convergence across the market. And finally, number 5, cost-effective. Provides a lower-cost alternative to mutual funds with true active management in the exchange-traded fund. And so it's, like I said, it's an ETF, and they say it's going to be cheaper, but the rate that this thing is climbing, I don't know. Next piece of information I'm going to provide you, I think, is really going to weight, you know, the thoughts on this ETF. You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't necessarily invest into ETFs. A lot of them are mutual fund investors, or maybe they're just all out individual stock investors, traders, whatever it may be. And then there's obviously the ETF. And I think what this ETF is going to provide you in value is very key. So swinging on over here, according to ARK's research, the autonomous ride-hailing opportunity should be worth more than $1 trillion today, and it says $5 trillion by 2024 and $9 trillion by 2029. I think that right there alone just provides you some hard evidence at the where this ETF is heading in the future. That is just Oh my goodness. I'm sold. Provide you guys kind of what's in this ETF based on really a description type. So what you're investing in besides just, the stock title, maybe the ticker symbol, what are we actually investing in? So I'm gonna swing on over here and really provide you that information through a pie chart. So 33.8% of this ETF is going to be autonomous vehicle based. So that's pretty cool. 26.7% of it is going to be robotics. 23% is 3D printing. 9.2% is energy storage. 3.9% space exploration. 3.3% development of infrastructure. And basically the last two, alternate energy sources and innovative materials, is going to be less than 1%. But I still think that what I just provided is just, that alone is a futuristic ETF, and just it being early stages, it's still got a lot of growth opportunity. I mean, a lot of that stuff I just listed, we are still in the early stages and of even just the development of the ideas. So we're gonna get there, and this thing could potentially be worth pretty good money. Want to kind of make people understand who Katherine Wood is. Obviously I could just tell you who this lady is and it mean nothing to you. So what she's been able to do, obviously, for this ETF and where it's headed in the future, I think is just amazing. And so I want to give you her background so you guys understand who she is. So Katherine Wood is the Chief Investment Officer. She founded ARK Investment Management in 2014. Previously, she completed 12 years at AllianceBernstein as the CIO as well of their global thematic strategies with over $5 billion in assets under management. Before AllianceBernstein, she worked for 18 years with Jennison Associates as the chief economist, equity research analyst, portfolio manager, and director. Katherine started her career in Los Angeles at the Capital Group as an assistant economist. So she has obviously got a ton of experience. This is now her second, position in the CIO position, but she obviously founded ARK Investment. And so she has a lot of passion for this. So now we're going to continue on into the sector weights. Information technology is at 48%, industrials is at 23.6%, consumer discretionary 18.8%, communication services 7.4%, healthcare 2.2%, and not classified is 0.1%. I'm really going to provide you guys with some meat and potatoes because I think it's important to understand what stocks are actually inside this ETF. But before I really do that, I want to swing over here. The net assets that are under management is going to be at $317 million, and its expense ratio is at 0.75%. And I think that's actually pretty good because if I'm investing into an ETF or a mutual fund, I try to make sure that my expense ratio is under 1. So I think at 0.75%, that is a pretty good expense ratio. Now, I'm bouncing over here and I'm going to bounce up here because I'm going to provide you with some of the holdings that I think are very valuable to this ETF moving forward in the future. Not that every single one of them is not, but I think it really depends on the weight and how much they're investing into certain companies. So I'm going to pop up here onto the old Mac and provide you guys with those holdings. So number one right out the gate is going to be Tesla. And Tesla, currently they own 33,559 shares. And that is valued at $63,041,588.27. That is a weight of 12.20%. And so what I'm providing you is going to be as of August 19th, 2020. The next big, I guess you could say, stock that I see that is in here is going to be at number 19, and that's going to be Amazon. They currently own 2,954 shares valued at $9,631,457.92, and that weight is at 186. I think Amazon is trying to get into some autonomous things. Obviously, they've been flirting with the drone idea, and there's just a lot going on with Amazon. Obviously, we know what Amazon is capable of doing, and they're just a monster powerhouse. Now, the next one is by far one of my favorite. It's like 1B to 1A, and that's going to be Workhorse. And let me tell you, Katherine has been scooping up plenty of Workhorse shares. Anytime she gets the chance, she is purchasing them. So they are currently ranked number 23 in this ETF, and she has 547,443 shares valued at $8,983,539.63. That is 1.74% in weight. And this, you know, she's been really plugging away at Workhorse, and that's really interesting to me. Number 25 comes in, and that is my favorite. So that's 1A. That's going to be Apple. And I think it's important to understand Tesla and Apple within this ETF. Obviously, they're both conducting a stock split, Apple being 4-1, Tesla being 5-1. So you got to think their shares that they have are just going to grow tremendously. And so I think that's very important. So Apple, she has 18,174 valued at 8,411,472.42, and that weight is 1.63%. And rounding out what I think is kind of important currently is going to be Virgin Galactic at number 26. She has 429,000 shares, or 429,912 shares valued at $7,536,357.36, roughly at a 1.46% weight. And so I think what she has been able to acquire, especially with, like I said, two companies about to conduct some splits, this ETF is going to have some weight. That is for sure. And it's really geared towards the future. And if this thing is already going up in price and making a heavy dent in, you know, the EV market, the autonomous market, the robotics market, 3D printing, this thing is going to be pretty cool, and it should have a good return in the long term. Guys, I was really pumped about providing you guys this ETF because I think it is going to be just a huge investment in for the future. And so I'm thinking about adding some shares myself, you know, down the road, because I want to see personally in my individual stocks what some things are going to do. Obviously Workhorse, how the splits go with Tesla and Apple, but I definitely can see throwing some money at this ETF here in the near future. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.